After spending a few days in Trujillo, we made our way onwards to Huanchaco. Huanchaco is mainly a surfing town, and since the water is too cold to swim and also very rough at times, we didn't really do much of water sports. However, we do love the ocean, and it was a nice way to end up our trip in Peru. Apart from surfing, there is really not a lot to do in Huanchaco. You can wander the streets around downtown in less than 1 hour, and apart from a few international restaurants and local ones, the main draw for food here is ceviche, which is very fresh. Using special reed boats, fishermen have been fishing the waters off of Huanchaco for over 3,000 years. Their boats are often seen on the beach and are symbolic of the region's maritime heritage. Traveling by taxi, we went about 40 minutes north of Huanchaco to El Brujo. This ruin is representative of Moche culture going back 1,000 years, and it has a very unique feature about it. Welcome to the archaeological complex of El Brujo, an area that spans 3 time periods, including the prehistoric, 12,500 years ago, the ancient, around 100 AD, and the colonial period, around the 1500s. The site is very compact, and it took us about 1 hour to travel all around it. That included a stop at the museum for about 10 or 15 minutes. It's well presented, and clearly they put some money into this project. There were few other tourists around when we visited. This was a similar theme to our experiences in and around Trujillo, where the ruins of the Temple of the Sun and Moon and Chan Chan were both not very busy. We certainly enjoyed this aspect, as things were much busier when we had traveled in the south. Similar to other ruins in the north, El Brujo has suffered from erosion and other damage. Unlike the Inca ruins around Cuzco, you have to use your imagination a bit more with these ruins. But if you visit, you will see some impressive architecture, frescoes, artwork, and other designs to show the incredible ingenuity and skill of the Moche and Chimu people in this region. The most significant find at the site was the Señora de Cao, or Lady of Cao. She was a tattooed priestess or ruler who was buried with lavish grave goods, including weapons and gold ornaments. Her skin and tattoos are remarkably well preserved, and her discovery challenges previous beliefs that only men held political power in Moche society. In the next video, we'll sum up our Peru trip, giving the highs and lows, costs, and some tips for anyone interested in doing a similar month-long trip to Peru.